craving a cheeseburger right now? What in the world are you craving? This morning we were talking about how to curb those cravings and how to quit sabotaging your diet. And here to talk about it with us is the kitchen vixen, Elizabeth Brown. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right, let's first of all talk about where some of these cravings come from. Are some of us just sort of predisposed to crave certain things?
Well, it's totally innate. So like when we're born, we learn to crave sweet. Mother's milk is sweet, and it's also high in fat, so then the baby learns that sugar associates with energy, and then the fat means that they're going to have stored calories for future use. And then we get into, as we get older, we learn cravings. You know, we learn comfort foods from our mother, and we learn tastes and textures that are comforting. And under stressful times, which we experience a lot, we tend to crave those foods.
And I thought it was interesting, too. There's a study that came out that said 97% of women and 68% of men experience food cravings. So this is something a lot of us go through.
Yeah, we can't avoid it. Women are just predisposed. Plus, we have all hormonal issues, too, that factor in.
Sure. All right, let's talk about some ways to curb some of our cravings.
Okay.
You brought some things to fix here for us today. What did you bring?
Okay, so a common craving is salty and crunchy, and one of the things that we're looking for, aside from sodium, is we're looking for minerals that in our diet, like magnesium, potassium, calcium. These are things that help to balance sodium. So what's really popular right now are kale chips, which are actually just dehydrated kale. Like you take kale, you cut it into little pieces, you remove the rib, and then you slice it up and you toss it with a little bit of high heat oil. Now some of the recipes might say olive oil. I always recommend canola or grapeseed for baking in the oven. I also recommend keeping the ribs and using those in soup just because I'm a frugal foodie. But you toss the kale with a little bit of olive oil, about 2 teaspoons, and the sea salt, and throw it on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. And then comes out nice and crispy.
And you bake it for how long?
You bake it at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes. You just want to make sure that it doesn't get too brown, but it will get a little bit brown, and it will dry out a little bit more when you take it out of the oven.
I gotta be honest, that does not sound delicious. Is that good?
Taste?
I don't know, I'm a little afraid.
They're it's a strong flavor.
I really like Doritos.
You kind of have to like that cruciferous, that
but I'm a
family.
salty person, so I might dig this. Okay, so next we have this veggie dip. Is that right?
And we know vegetables are good for us. We know we need to eat more. Lots of color tells you that they're very nutritious. They also give you that crunch that you might be looking for in lieu of a potato chip. So I have a yogurt dip. I love Greek yogurt. I mean, pretty much everybody knows about it by now. But if you mix a half a cup of Greek yogurt, you're getting protein, you're getting calcium, you're getting those good probiotics. Plain Greek yogurt, nothing added. But then we're going to add just a little bit of lemon zest and a little bit of lemon juice and some fresh dill and a little bit of garlic powder, just a little dash. Kind of mix that up, and you've basically got your own nice homemade dip that's way more nutritious than anything you can buy in the store.
Than say like ranch dressing.
Exactly, it's got all kinds of additives to it. So you're going to meet your cravings. You're going to get a lot of nutrition. I'm really a big proponent of fresh herbs too, very nutritious. So that's a great. This whole thing is about, I think, 100 calories. It's
perfect.
All that food.
And then right here we have. I'm so interested in this. This is an aphrodisiac salad. Seriously.
Seriously, I designed this because I was looking for ways for people to kind of make a meal of romance and incorporate foods that are going to help get you in the mood. So there's a lot of aphrodisiac foods in here, and so I use a little bit of flax oil from some good omega-3s.
Okay.
I toss it with arugula and apple cider vinegar and honey. And so we toss it just to kind of coat the leaves. And arugula is called rocket, and it's an old school, basically dating back like 4,000 years, aphrodisiac type food. And we top that with berries, and I told you what the berries are actually called. But they signify something, but they also add a lot of great minerals, antioxidants. We know like the darker the color, the more antioxidants. And then pine nuts are rich in zinc, and zinc has been associated with testosterone production. So we know oysters are big aphrodisiac because they're high in zinc. So the pine nuts kind of substitute there. And then, of course, what we all crave, what 40% of women at least crave dark chocolate or chocolate. So you don't go overboard. I recommend shaving a little bit of chocolate on the salad and just get that flavor without going overboard. Now, I actually like to get the really big bars when I can because it gives you nice sheets of chocolate.
Yeah.
But even still, it looks really pretty. You get the taste, and you're not going to go overboard.
Now, would this be a whole meal you recommend, or is this a snack, or either or?
If you added like a poached fish or chicken, then it's a complete meal.
Yeah.
And I have all these recipes on my website, the nutritional information, the cost, they're all very inexpensive.
Perfect.
So you can see all the nutrients that you're going to get. That is going to really help with your cravings, by the way.
That's so smart. And you've got to continue to have those little meals, too. If you go go hours and hours and hours. You're just going to give in.
Yep.
Okay, so you mentioned your website, and we've actually put a link on our website, fox5sandiego.com. You can go there right now and click the Scene On button. The Kitchen Vixen, thank you so much for being here. And you're not going to go anywhere, because coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, Raul, we're going to be talking about the power of beans. So you're not going to want to miss that. Beans are powerful. Stay with us.
Thank you.